hell of a job. And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
How about them Cowboys? Click like Power Boys. Make you say Wild Boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Big game, first name James. He interviewed, he called the games. Silver blue, you know the name. From the Emmitt Smith to the Michael Irv. We beating skins, shooting birds. I see a bank and snatch it out his fur. Favorite team on the planet Earth. From Monday night to Sunday church. DJ putting in the work. I'm tuning in, no need to search. Through thick and thin and good and worse. Them Cowboys, click like Power Boys. Make you say Wild Boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the goddamn, they did it again. How about them Cowboys? Click like Power Boys. Make you say Wild Boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that silver and blue done did it again. Them Cowboys, click like Power Boys. Make you say Wild Boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the goddamn, they did it again. How about them Cowboys? Click like Power Boys. Make you say Wild Boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that silver and blue done did it again.
You like that, Mike?
What's up, sir?
Oh, what's going on? What's going on, big dog? You like that song?
Yes, sir. I was vibing. That was a whole vibe. Good, sir.
Yeah, I like it. That's my son, man.
Really?
He's a rapper. Yeah, that's my son. He's a rapper out there. And he when I was like, man, I need me an anthem song. You feel me? And I was like, make me an anthem song. And he's like, all right. He's like, but how I'm gonna do it? He's like, I'm gonna do it different because I'm gonna have it like a country style. I'm gonna have a whole different style. And I'm like, cool, let's do it. And you see what he did.
Yeah, that was at little down south Houston little beat on it that was old school. I liked it.
Yeah. So go check him out. It's Kid Columbus. That's the anthem song. We're gonna get it packaged down, release. He's gonna do some little promotion things with it, but we're gonna get that popping. But what's up, big dog? Seems like it's been forever.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been a whole week.
I know, right? But it seemed like it seemed like it's been a whole month. What's good with you?
Good, sir. Our Grove Hub order got stolen a minute ago, but we worked through that. We'll be all right.
man, I got this Raccoon up in the house, man. We were supposed to get rid of it the other day. We closed the thing. I got the gun. I ain't got to had a chance to do it because I slept all day. But hey, Mike, I've been talking to him, and he know now, Mike. He know. I'll be tapping up on the ceiling like, I'm gonna get you. I've been talking to you. And
let me catch you slipping. Let me catch you slipping. Feel me? I'm gonna bust your ass.
Look, he know, because when I get to tapping, I'm like, I'm coming up there, right? He move, he go to another section. He know what's about to come. And please, I'm not being no animal cruelty. Ain't no raccoons gonna be up in the house though, dog. Y'all gonna get it. Sorry.
Hey, let the raccoon pay some rent or some on the mortgage, and
you feel
stay.
Me?
That's otherwise he's free riding.
That's what I told Boothang. You eat for free. You got a nice cozy spot up in the crib. Yeah. You chilling. You ain't paid a bill. Now you got to go.
Venmo you $200 a month, and you could hang out and eat all the insulation you want.
You got to pay rent up in here. You feel me?
No free rides. No, sir.
No free rides.
The word of the day is job. J-O-B.
J-O-B in the house. Let me give a shout out to people in the building, and we're going to talk some Cowboys football. Lewis, Thurston Howell III, T Smooth TV, Alpha, Mason 48406. I don't know some of y'all. KMT, hey ho, the Ninja 43 Flex. It's your boy D White. Got everybody up in the building. Craig English, what's up, Craig? You know what I'm saying? James Nooks, what's up, Craig? So let's keep it coming in the building. Let's talk some football.
Craig, let me borrow your VCR. I need a double tape.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta lie, Craig. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie, Craig. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I feel you on that mood to change. Hey, I'm the type. Boothang can't get the recorder, and I'll straight pop that joker now because after I get it, he gonna be in my hand like a trophy. I'm just keeping it real. Lord, forgive me, but that's what's going down. But hey, let's talk some Cowboys football, man. You know what? It's been a week. There's been a few things that's happened this week. More importantly, now we hear this thing out there now. Mike, well, first of all, let me give you kudos for. We already knew it, but I'm going to give you a shout out for calling that KJ Wright thing. We knew he wasn't going to get signed, but shout out to you, Mike, for saying that was a non-story. Correct?
There was only one man talking about it. We know who he is. We ain't going to give him his burn either.
Nah, ain't going to get his burn, but we know who is pumping that thing up. That was never going to happen. But now we hear in the media, is this like a smokescreen now? Now we hear in the media, Jerry Jones has an affinity for Mr. Kyle Pitts. It's been in all the news. So every Cowboy fan and their mama who heard Jerry Jones has an affinity for Kyle Pitts is doing backflips and cartwheels and jumping jacks. Oh, and now Atlanta said, well, you know what? We'll take trade. We'll move out. We'll move out of that pick. And now, Jerry Jones loves Kyle Pitts. Does this equal anything? In my heart, it doesn't. But does this equal anything to you, Mike?
Everybody loves Kyle Pitts. I mean, that was no news. The fact of the matter is that Jerry was listening to the fan because he listens to the fan all the time, and they heard he talk about Kyle Pitts and what it could be for the offense, and then he gets Mort on the phone after a couple drinks of old Johnny Blue and says, "Hey, old Mort, I like that Kyle Pitts. You know, I like him. You know, on Cowboys, he can go down and see him." And there we go.
Yep. And then the match is lit, and now it's kaboom. You get what I'm saying?
Because they're trying to clear Atlanta out of the top 10.
All right, now why are you telling me that?
Because they want somebody to come up there and get a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Drop those picks down. Because what's going to happen is, I put out a mock earlier today, and New England's on the ropes.
Uh-huh.
And it only costs them this year's first, second, and third, next year's second, and 2023 first to go all the way up to 5. If San Francisco takes Lance.
Mm-hmm. So do you think they'll do that? The way we know New England likes to gamble, we know they like to jump up there. You think they're going to spend that much capital to do that?
Well, Bill's on the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
They're bad drafts. They're like that's one of the craziest things about that entire dynasty is Bill Belichick's terrible at drafting. Mm-hmm. He's awful.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good at the comp pick game and the free agency game and that thing. But as far as draft, he's bad. He's really, really bad.
Mm-hmm. So they really need to hit on these picks. I mean, they went nutty in free agency, but they're still going to have to hit on these picks. So do you think they're going to try to jump up there and do something like that with him? That being said, with him, you thinking him being the hot roast because in the hot seat, because let's keep it real, just like you said, not just with the draft, but everybody's looking as soon as Brady left, they were watching you, Bill, and you didn't have a successful season without him. And if you come back again and you're not successful, now people are going to start correlating, well, was that Brady and it wasn't you?
Now, granted, that said, I do agree with that, but they did have a lot of opt-outs.
Mm-hmm.
They had a whole bunch of opt-outs.
Mm-hmm.
But that said, I mean, if he jumps up there at 4, takes Atlanta's pick, because Atlanta is openly shopping that pick.
Right. Now, do they want to get out of that top 10?
I mean, wow, if you could load up the way they do, because Matt Ryan's cap hit this year is $60 million.
Right.
His cap hit next year is $45 million. They have to get him to 2023. 2023, he'll be 39 years old, and his cap hit's 15. They have to get him to 2023. So if they just got a brand new GM, they cleared house, all that jazz. They cleared out Tommy D. They cleared out the coaches. It makes sense. Why wouldn't you bail out of there and stock up picks if you get a chance?
Because you're starting all over, getting ready to.
I mean, are they going to try, or are they going to take, Jamar Chase and try to roll it with Matt Ryan?
That doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? That, like you said, it would make more sense, especially when you just cleared house. You got all new guys in the building. If you're trying to get that quarterback to just load up on picks, so when that quarterback is gone, you have a plentiful of talent, young talent still building on your team. Then you go get maybe a quarterback that you want maybe in a few years.
Yeah, that's just that. Yeah, that's. I don't see them. Who are they going to pick it for? Are you going to take Pitts? Try to roll it with Matt Ryan?
Nah, that wouldn't even make no sense.
That bad defense, you got no offensive. Like, no, I just don't see it. But then again, they are Atlanta, so.
So where do you think? Do you think now you hear? Now we talked about it last week. We seen Carolina. They got your boy Sam Darnold over there. What do you think?
Hey, my boy. No,
I didn't say your boy. I'm just saying your boy in general. No, I'm not saying your boy. I'm just saying your boy in general.
Sam Darnold is better than Carson Wentz, though. We can go ahead and
I would. He does have better talent. I can't sit there and say Sam Darnold is a bad quarterback. He just hasn't. It's the Jets. I mean, we know that. Jets, Jets. Now, a lot of people in the feed are talking about this Denver pick. Where do you think they still go with all this little talk about Atlanta moving out? Do you think Denver's going to stay put and still? You talked about Surtain. Do you think that still happens?
My mock that mock I put out this morning. So New York jumped up and swapped picks with Denver and jumped up to 9 and snagged Surtain and then all it cost him was a 4th round pick. I know Gettleman really likes staying pat, but I know Mara is a really, really petty bastard, and I know he hates Jerry Jones, and I know
exactly.
I know they need coverage. Everybody knows they need coverage. Like it's not even a question. So
you still saying they ain't going to need coverage, even though they got those guys from free agency? They still want to go that route with the young guy?
I mean, what are you going to do there? You going to take Waddle?
Yeah, because they got your boy from last year, Judy, right? And they still have the other kid the year before, the real tall receiver. I can't remember his name. He got hurt though, didn't he? What's his name?
Got me.
Gosh, I can't. Somebody in the feed tell me who that receiver Denver drafted 2 years ago, because he's a real tall receiver. He had a pretty good year, but then he got hurt. So they got the receivers. They got Fant from the tight end position from last year. So they have to
Sutton. It's Sutton.
Cortland Sutton. Yes, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all. I'm fucking brain fart, but thank y'all.
So yeah, I mean, it would make sense though if you were to get a Surtain, because you got those guys that you got in free agency, but this is a young building block that you're going to need, because those guys aren't.
He is arguably cornerback 1 in the draft, and J.C. Horn, Surtain, whichever one. I'm not gonna fight you over it.
Right.
So what it boils down to is, now in that scenario, Pitts is gone, both the tackles are gone, Surtain's gone, and you're sitting there at 10,
staring at J.C. Horn.
You have Horn and you have Waddle.
They'll go a Horn before Waddle, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That's the mock I put out. So the fact of the matter is, you're going to pick which one you don't want to go to Philadelphia.
Right.
That's your pick there.
Right. Because I damn sure rather have. Well, I mean, let me ask you. So Philadelphia's coming to what would you rather them not have, Horn or Waddle?
They don't have a quarterback, so I'd rather them not have Horn, but I'd rather us have Waddle. You know?
Right. I feel it's but
like,
I like that speed, dog, because that speed is unearthly. But me, I would have to go with the Horn. I told you I don't want no first round corner, but I would go that route.
If Patrick Surtain had J.C. Horn's attitude, he would
Yes.
be Jalen. He would be Jalen Ramsey.
Exactly.
That's
and we do, and we need that doggish. We need doggish. We need
more dogs.
We need
hey, cat in the house.
Shout out.
We need more dogs.
Shout out to DMX. Where the dogs at? Shout out to your dog. Rest in peace. Where my dog's at? We need a dog, and the way we seen the attitude. He don't just talk it; he plays like it in the game. You know what I'm saying?
That is a cornerback that will take a fragile wide receiver out of the game before the first snap.
Right, and he's not going to back down. Like
we seen Janoris Jenkins do it against Dez. Took him completely out of the game before the ball was even snapped.
He did. And that's the truth, because he was all in that head way before the week. He was in that head like, you ain't a great receiver. I know exactly where they're going to throw the ball to you.
He's going to run a go. He's going to run a hitch. He's going to run stop.
That will get in I don't care what anybody says. If a cornerback is talking like that to you, you're going to be thinking about that shit. You will be thinking about it. And then when you come, man, and that was the game he did get after him. I know Dak was still young in the game, but still, that ain't the point. The fact that cordner came in with that doggish attitude.
It was coming off injury, but it's just an example.
Right. Yeah, I'm like I said, I don't want a corner at 10, but like I said, if we had those two choices, and I still like Waddle too, like you said, because that speed is unearthly, but you got to get a JC Horn, dog. You got to get him. You don't let him, because he's gone. If you let him past 10, he gone.
I'm not mad at either one. The fact of the matter is, man, I don't know which one you don't want to feel like. Waddle is one of my, like, outside of the quarterbacks, he's probably my favorite player in the draft. That dude's phenomenal, and this team desperately needs speed. Yeah, desperately. Like,
but we can say this though, Mike, for sure. While I'm getting ready to say that, let's get those likes up. Continue to get them likes up in the building. More. The likes, the views are going up in the building. Let's get the likes up with them too. But we can also say this though, Mike. You can say that Dallas could get a speed receiver later too, though. There's some speedy guys in here.
I have a thing. We can't call them the Reds. The WTFs released Emmanuel Hall the other day, and that dude ran a 4.39 with a tweaked groin. He's hurt guy. He's coming off an Achilles. It wouldn't cost you anything whatsoever. We're not talking about trade to pick for Tavon Austin. He is Tavon. He was the undrafted Tavon Austin.
Mm-hmm.
That I wouldn't mind seeing what's up there.
Yeah.
Try to get some type of. It doesn't cost you anything. See if you can get him in. See if you can make camp and see if he's healthy and bring him on.
I mean, you did it with a couple other guys you kept on the roster, mainly Javon Johnson. Yeah. And I was hoping something could happen to him because he did have that speed, but he just couldn't hold on to the damn ball. And that was a low-cost guy that they weren't going to have to spend a lot of money for, and he had that type of speed. And I think that's what they were looking for. Let's get somebody with a 4.3 speed, but we ain't paying a lot of money for him.
He ran a 4.39 with a tweaked run.
So, hey, look at that Cowboys, and still, I still feel like you can scoop up maybe a receiver with some speed later if they don't do a pick with Waddle, because there's always going to be some receiver with speed in the draft, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Waddle's he's a special prospect.
Yeah, he's a different guy.
That's a dude that has routes. He has burner speed, and he has go and get it. That's a rare thing. That is, man. That's like a Tyreek Hill type thing without the domestic violence. It didn't.
Right, and we see, and we all see, and it's so crazy, Mike.
It's just he's a game breaker.
Right, we don't have that, and what's so crazy is we haven't seen that in Dallas. We see it so many other teams, so we don't know how to get excited about it, Mike. You feel me? Because Dallas hasn't had it in so long. We wouldn't even know how to act with a guy with speed because we haven't seen a guy to just take the top off the defense in so damn long. We wouldn't know how to act to get it.
what's so crazy is if anybody has access to the Alabama 22, or you can even go watch their games. There's several games on YouTube. Watch what they do with him when he's not even getting the ball. They do the same type of thing that Kansas City does. He's back there running figure eights, and he's moving the linebacker this way, moving the cornerback this way.
You got to respect it. You got to respect it.
And all of a sudden, Devontae Smith is wide open on because he was supposed to be covered by a linebacker, but the linebacker's over there with his dick in his dirt because his feet crossed. That's it's really, really fascinating what that speed, with the discipline that player has, could do with this offense. And it entices me desperately. What hurts is I know, like that mock I put out, they would probably more than likely pass on him for J.C. Horn, which it is what it is. I love Horn. I really do. He's going to be a damn good corner. And like I tweeted the other day, like, what if, they say you pick a player at 10th overall, say he's a 10-year All-Pro. Now imagine caring about what position he played. Right.
Now here's I want to go to this second round pick because it was 105 said it, and this is my guy. I love him. Some people hate on him, but I feel like I like him. There, 105, the fan said that the Cowboys could be eyeing Marvin Wilson possibly in that second round at the 44th pick. Now, I know people saying 44 might be rich because he could probably fall later and you could probably get him. But what I want to ask you is, let's say that 10th pick is J.C. Horn, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We go to 44. 44, where do you think they go if J.C. Horn was the pick at 10 and they stayed at 44? Is going to be the board, or do you think like the linebacker, or that's where the defensive tackle may come in, or where do you think they might go with that route? Because I feel like if they got a J.C. Horn at 10, then the next round, that's where is it the safety? Is it going to be the defensive tackle, or is it going to be the linebacker being addressed?
If JOK or Collins make it into the second round and they have an opportunity to only burn a 4 to get up there, they're going to go.
They're going to go. You heard it here first. Say it again out loud.
they're going to go.
Say it again out loud for the people in the back, because we say stuff on here and then shit magically happen. I'm just saying. Say it again, Mike.
If JOK or Collins are in the second round and they make it, to the mid 30s and they have a chance to burn that 4 to get up there to go get them, they're going to go.
And we wouldn't be mad at that shit.
Mm-mm.
You love him because you love some Collins.
I love me some.
You've been loving Collins since 1922. You've been loving him. But I wouldn't be mad at no JOK.
Go back like throwback Cadillacs.
Yeah, y'all boys, y'all been on some fishing trips and shit for real. But hey, I ain't nobody. You mad with some JOK neither? I ain't mad with no JOK either.
I don't see him getting past Baltimore though.
Me neither though. Yeah, because he's too damn versatile.
And that's such a Baltimore pick. That's such
right, because you can do some Baltimore. You can see Baltimore just doing all kind of shit with him.
Yeah, that's such a Baltimore pick. But I know for a fact that allegedly, I know for an allegedly fact that the Dallas Cowboys love Zaven Collins.
And I've been watching Collins. I watched a few of his tape the other day. I just started good looking at linebackers, and I feel what you're saying. And the one thing I like about Collins is that, like you said, he was an offensive player. He did offensive things, so it's like that helps you. I'm telling you, when you go flip the defense, you'll be able to read. You'll have a more natural feel for the game.
So, if for the people in the chat who don't know who Zaven Collins is a linebacker for Tulsa. He played quarterback in high school. His junior year, they went to state, and he threw an absolute dud of a game. They went undefeated the senior year, and every single playoff game, they would watch the highlights, which was actually the lowlights of the playoff series of the prior year. They inhaled that. They went undefeated. They came out that his national title game, he threw like 5 touchdowns, ran one in, like 450 yards, like just completely dominating the boys. And he was a kick returner and punt returner, and he played linebacker. He entered Tulsa. He was 6'4", 220 pounds with a damn brick in his pocket. They put 220 on it. That kid wasn't 220. He was 212 to save his life. He's a late bloomer. He put on 40 pounds in college. Now people say, he didn't play as heavy as he looks because, well, he's
that's
a late
not a
bloomer.
bad thing. That's not a bad thing when you're damn near 260 pounds.
Yeah. And he's not he doesn't take on blocks that well because he's a late bloomer and he's not used to it. The upside to that is he's not all beat up. He's not like Browning or Dylan Moses. His shoulders aren't shattered like fucking the salt flats.
Right.
So, but he was a ex-quarterback. Now he's a linebacker. He could play well. I would even Sam's a dead position. I wouldn't even mind playing him at strong safety, but I'm a maniac, so there's that.
Well, let me say this though. I want to ask you because I feel you. I like the Zaven Collins pick, especially if he drops, so you can get him in the second round. Now, a lot of people and I want to give my opinion on it first. I don't know if you've even looked at this player, but I'm going to do a video on him. Jamin Davis from Kentucky. Now, everybody's been talking about him. They want him this and this. They say now because of that pro day where he went ridiculous, he could jump in the first round. This is my thoughts about Jamin Davis. The talent, yes. But, dog, he only started one damn year at Kentucky. You feel me? I'm a little worried about that. Like, you see the traits, but I also see a lot of experience. I also see I wouldn't go no Jamin Davis at no 44, not me. I feel like that's too much of an inexperience. You played at Kentucky 1 year where you started. I wouldn't do that at no 44. What do you know about Jamin Davis, and what are your thoughts about him if you do?
I don't. I haven't seen the tape, so I don't want to get on here lying.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, go check him out, and with me and you'll talk behind the scenes later this week, and I want you to tell me what you think about him because, like I said, I'm going to do a tape on him, and I like the ability. But starting 1 year, just really 1 year Kentucky, I'm not doing that at no 44. Just me, I'm not doing that. If he's around later, which I think he still could be, because of the inexperience, then yeah, I'll look at it. But I like Baron Browning still better. The guy from Ohio State, I still like him better. Nick Bolton, I like Bolton, but I really still like Baron Browning.
But I like Bolton moves like current year Sean Lee. I don't want anything to do with him. He can't cover. No,
can't cover. Well, I like Baron Browning is my
you.
guy. He's been my guy.
Yeah, I don't hate that one. I don't hate it, but yeah, I really want Zaven Collins, JOK, but JOK is going to Baltimore. I don't see how he gets past there. It just makes too much sense. They need him.
Right. Shout out to my guy. I'm gonna send that link on my YouTube page, that theme song, so you can be able to attach it. And also we're gonna drop it this week on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify, and all that good stuff. So you'll be able to do it. So I'll have that link up on my page this week for my son's theme song. How about them Cowboys? So now we got 18 days to the draft, Mike.
Don't get me out here lying. I don't know how days work. I know we're listing 21 days, like I'm 25 days, maybe tops from LVE's 5th year decision. By the way, So
let me see what my guy here. Shout out to you, Space Cowboy. What's up with you? I like Space Cowboy. I got a question right here for us, Mike. He says, what happens if Dallas gets JOK or Collins? Any changes at the linebacker core in the short term? What's your thoughts on that, Mike?
I don't think they want Jalen Smith playing as many snaps. I know
we all believe that.
But the unfortunate truth is he played so many snaps because nobody else could stay on the damn field last year.
Right.
He has the green dot by default. I would love for them to take that's why trading up for a linebacker, ideally outside of this specific scenario is pretty bad. But if you trade up for a linebacker for this specific team, you can give Zaven Collins, or if JOK somehow makes it to the second round, either one, you can trade up for them and give them the green dot. Somebody with football IQ.
Mm-hmm.
There's an issue where Jalen Smith has a football IQ issue. And now you can reduce his snaps. he's still going to get on the field because we know the Jones boys run the team and the money gets on the field, and that's the way it is. But if you take one of them, like, because if I take Collins or JOK, I'm playing him at will. Period.
Now, you got Keanu Neal, right? If you get a linebacker like Zaven Collins and you got Keanu Neal, right? And they're talking about he's going to be in the linebacker room, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And what you just said, where do you think that are they still going to use that experiment if they got a Zaven Collins and still put Neal at that at that linebacker position, or what's going to happen with that? Because now you got a Collins that can do a lot more things.
Probably bump him out. Depends on, obviously, if it were me, I don't know how it's going to play out, but to me it seems pretty simple, because they could, if Collins shows up and he is as advertised, then he gets to play well linebacker, and you bump Keanu Neal back up strong safety, and there you go. And he splits time with Wilson.
Right. And I think, now let me ask you this. Do you think Wilson is a better strong safety or a free safety? Because he played more snaps at the free safety position. Everybody tries to say he can't cover, and I don't believe that.
He can't. He's a liability in deep coverage.
Deep coverage?
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't play him at free safety at all? You would strictly strong safety?
He can't flip his hips.
Too stiff?
Yep, too stiff. He can't flip his hips. He can't flip and go.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to see what they're going to do with this LVE thing. That's what I'm looking at, because
they're not going to do it.
They're not going to do that 5th year, right?
They're not going to pick up LVE's 5th year option. They're quietly hoping. They're hoping that date quietly, as I've been saying for months.
Well, shit. Why would it matter if it's not quiet or unquiet? It don't matter. This the Joneses. They don't want to hurt his feelings.
Yeah, he knows and they know, and he's, like I said, he's played less games than Sean Lee in their available years, entering the league.
Mm-hmm.
And his 5th year option triggers, since he made, because how fucky the Pro Bowl is, it triggers, like, I think his 5th year is like almost $13 million.
Mm-hmm.
Not doing that. You're not paying $13 million for that. No, not even a little bit, bud. I wouldn't pay $13 million for Fred Warner.
Right, and Fred Warner's a dog. Right. So do you think this is the last year we're going to be seeing of these two guys, Jalen Smith and an LVE? Do you think that this is going to be the end of it? Or if they draft for Zaven Collins, right, let's say Zaven Collins, is this going to be signaling the end? Will they be looking like, okay, we're looking to move on now?
I mean, it would be regardless. I would not. That's just the way the NFL goes. But you can't roll these dudes. These dudes can't be the cornerstones of your defense.
No, not at all. Not at all. You know what that needs to happen, Mike? I had said this before. You just need to admit they're not the guys. Just say it. It's okay. It's okay if they're not the guys. Because we saw they're trying to go back to this 2018 shit, Mike. Like when LVE and Jalen, they keep on trying to go back to that.
Those 10 games where they were half decent.
Half decent. It wasn't even like a doggish defense. It was good, but it wasn't like no top 10 type defense. No. I mean, it was statistically, but it wasn't no defense where we're like, oh my God. You get what I'm saying? No. And they need to be able to look at it and say, okay, Jalen Smith, LVE, you weren't the guys. We're going to go ahead and move on. And if they get, I'm cool if they can get that Zaven Collins, bro. Because if they can get that Zaven Collins and make it harder, make it easier for you to move on from the other guys, I'm cool with that. You feel me? Hey, and shout out to Moving the Chain. She says, I want a legit live feed of the Raccoon capture. I'm going to give that to you. So don't worry about that. I'm all about that life. So don't worry about it. I'm just going to have Boothang hold the camera, and we'll be popping and doing all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So the ninja asked Mike, he says, first of all, get them likes up. The more donation from BGJ and more on him, I can drink next weekend. If they don't go corner at 10, how do they address it going forward, Mike? If they don't go corner at 10, what do you think they go? If none of those picks that we were talking about, remember those top 5 guys? Do you think if none of those top 5 guys that we were talking about, are they still going to go out there and grab somebody, or would they trade out of that pick? Because if those 5, they want them guys. If them guys is going, who are they going to grab?
You would take Waddle.
You think they would take Waddle though? Do you really think they would take Waddle?
Yeah, because they're going to follow their board.
Really? So they like Waddle that much?
If the phone don't ring, that phone don't always ring.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious as hell to see how this damn shit happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm curious as hell to see how this shit happened, Mike. Especially with them picks, 2 picks right before us. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like that Carolina, that Denver pick, and I feel like those guys are going to dictate what these Cowboys are going to kind of do. You know, from that aspect. You know what I mean? Now I seen an article today about Mike McCarthy. Okay, and people are now talking like he got to show and prove this year, or he probably the problem, or he may not be the guy that's where for the job. What do you think about this Mike McCarthy thing? Do you still feel good about him? I know we kind of touched on it a little bit last week, but do you feel good about Mike McCarthy? Do you feel good about his direction?
I mean, he admitted mistakes. He's admitted more mistakes. Now, granted, he made them, but so did the coach that was here prior. And he's admitted more mistakes in his 1 year tenure than the coach did in his decade. I think we won games last year that we would not have won with Jason Garrett as the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think Mike McCarthy is an edge? No. Do I think he's leaps and bounds of what we had before? Yeah.
So basically that's where we're at. Well, like, he ain't great, but he better than we had.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that's something you feel good about?
No.
Do you think he's going to take the Cowboys to the Super Bowl?
No, the only way the Cowboys get to the Super Bowl, and actually, it wouldn't matter what coach it is. The only way the Cowboys get to the Super Bowl is with a quarterback playing outside of his fucking skull and a whole lot of luck, because he's going to have to overcome.
It's going to have to overcome everything.
Yep. Have to overcome the Jones boys. Going to have to overcome the coach. Going to have to overcome this and Cowboys luck. Cowboys luck. We don't have
good luck. We have the worst luck.
Hmm.
And see, that's why I wanted to say right quick, Mike. And that's why I like talking to you, because that right there, people in my heart, we get deceived because you get this offense, but we need to understand Dallas is going to have to play ridiculous offensively. Like you said, Dak is going to have to play out of his mind. Ezekiel is going to have to be back to his freaking 2016 form. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to have everything damn near perfect. No injuries. Injuries going to have to be at a very minimum, because Dallas is going to have to overcome, like you said, the Joneses, staff, all this other shit. Yeah. It's just the reality, and I ain't hating, but Cowboys fans need to open eyes and see that the Cowboys offense is still gonna be that pressure. Even if they grab that defense, it's still, to me, gonna be the pressure of that offense taking them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're basically, for the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl, they're gonna have to survive the Titanic.
For real. I mean, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. Now, are the Cowboys going to get you? Didn't you say you liked Richard Sherman?
Yeah, but the money ain't right, and he hates Dan Quinn. So,
he hates Dan Quinn. Now, let me ask you this: are they done with free agency and cornerback? Because I said yes. I want to hear you see what you got to say.
They're not adding cornerback till after the draft.
Till after the draft.
Yep.
And that's just basically after like the cuts and things of that nature. They get somebody on the cheap.
May.
Okay. So, you got any final thoughts? Because I mean,
I'm hungry as a motherfucker. That's my final thought. I'm over here dying. I need to eat so bad.
I feel you, because Booth is cooking something right now. I'm about to go get some drink. But hey, dog, appreciate you jumping in. Real quick, we did our burgers and blitzes, man. Let them know to where to check you out on your Twitter handle too.
At Not to Be Tried, you can see that there on my little handle down there. I hope you can. Otherwise, y'all have a great Sunday. Appreciate you.
All right, dog. Peace. All right, we appreciate y'all in the building. Quick thing on the burgers and blitzes today, because I'm gonna just keep it real, y'all. It's Dallas Cowboys news. I don't want to go on live every single day just talking. I just don't want to talk about like a Pitts or JC Horn because at that point it's redundant. And you know what I'm saying? Like Cowboys news has been slow. I mean, I'm not gonna kiss JC Horn, Patrick Surtain. What does it matter? Either one of them, I'm cool. You feel me? I just want this draft. I'm gonna just keep it real to you guys. I just want this draft to start. I want us to hurry up and draft whoever we're going to draft because then we can go and talk about who is actually on the team, not who is not on the team. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with the guessing game. I want us to hurry up and get this draft over with, get these picks, and let's go and get this moving because the next 18 days talking about is it going to be Pitts? Is it going to be Farley? I mean, not Farley. Is it going to be Horn? Is it going to be Surtain? You know what I'm saying? That every day, I'm just like, man, hurry up and get this draft because I really don't know. This 10th pick is going to be a weird pick, and it's. I just want to see how interesting. Just like we were talking about with England, are they going to jump up? What's really going to happen? Who's going to be available for Dallas? I guess that's what I'm really curious. The first three picks for me, if they don't do any kind of trades, is going to be what I'm be looking at. Them first three picks. Later, moving the chains. Yeah, I guess it's a good thing. You know what I mean? But like I said, we'll see. Actually what happens. But um, cornerback going to be added after the draft, and you heard here, and please listen to it. If they're saying, if he's saying Zaven Collins, if he's going to be available at that, picking that second round, and they can move up and they can get him, they're going to get him. I wouldn't be mad at Zaven Collins. I've seen his tape. I've seen his film. He's a good player in that size. He's like the LVE clone as far as the size, but he's less injury prone, has really good instincts. And I believe he has a lot of upside. So we'll see how that goes. Especially with this linebacker position. I still like Baron Browning as well. That's a pick that I like at the linebacker position. We'll see what happens at defensive tackle. Safety, I like Richie Grant. There's some other guys out there. Javen Holland. You heard the areas. Darius Washington said, hey, if you want a ball hog, Jerry, come get me. I say, they all say that. But, there's some guys that I like. Not saying there's not other players I like, but I like Richie Grant at safety. He's my guy at safety. I would love for us to get at free safety. Defensive tackle, there's a whole host of players. But if you're just getting a straight run stopper, I did that video on Tyler Shelvin. I wouldn't mind a big boy, but I would definitely have to get 2 defensive tackles if I got Shelvin. Y'all know I love Marvin Wilson. I don't care. He didn't have the greatest pro day. Just because you didn't have a great pro day doesn't mean you're not going to be a good pro. I think he definitely has a lot to offer the Cowboys, especially with versatility, flexing from the 3 and the 1. You had to go listen to that Mario Edwards video, and people speak very highly of him. I think he can add. Also, I like Levi. I like Aleem McKeel. I like McNeil. I like those guys, especially if you're looking like in a third round. If any of those guys, Tommy, is it Tonga? Not from Ohio State. I like him. The cat from USC, Tufele, those guys that can flex back and forth. I like those guys. If I like a strictly one tech, I like your boy. I like Shelvin because he's just so damn big and you're not moving him. And then at the linebackers, I'm cool with Zaven Collins. I think I seen y'all talking about Jabril Cox in here. Jabril Cox is cool with me, but I just don't like his tackling. He's not the most physical guy. I really don't like that. His versatility as far as defending the pass is ridiculous. He can cover his ass off, and his size. He's a full 6'3", almost 6'4", real rangy linebacker. I just don't like his tackling. But if you could get him later, I'll be cool with that too. So we're going to see how this goes. And like I said, I'm going to do that video on Jamin. I can't remember his last name. Jamin. What's his last name? From Kentucky. But I mean, he's cool, but I wouldn't do a second round for him. That's just me. I'm not saying I'm anybody, but I would like to get him later than a second round. I just feel like he's also had that one. Yeah, Davis. Sorry about that. Thank you, KMT. But he's real green in that. He real little experience just because you had a 41-inch vertical leap doesn't mean that you're going to be great on the field. Not saying that he's not going to be good, but I wouldn't jump up that high in the second round for a guy just started 1 year at the linebacker position. Just not me. I would go more third round with him. So, we'll see kind of how it goes. Appreciate y'all letting me know. What up, Day Walker Vaughn? How you doing? But we're going to see how this kind of draft goes. You heard what Mike said that we're going to get a cornerback after. That'll probably be after the cuts and things of that nature. So we'll see. Logan Davis, what'd you say? The only way the team has more success is if Mike McCarthy has more trust in his players. I think that trust has to go both ways because, there was an article that just came out and they were saying, players were complaining, which I don't like hearing that type of stuff. But there was an anonymous player saying that, they were saying that the coaches weren't teaching and they weren't adjusting, which this was the most adjustment I've ever seen this team make on the fly. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about all that. I will say there probably was a disconnect with the teaching, but you had, I think a lot of that was on defense. I think that was really the issue, the disconnect from the Mike Nolan thing. And then you had the rookie secondary coach back there, and I feel like that just kind of didn't go right. And then when you had the veterans and Brandon Carr come and HaHa Dixon, I think maybe they had some things to say about that. And I think it just kind of snowballed. But we'll see what Dan Quinn does. Before I head up off here, we'll see what Dan Quinn does. Like I said, some people are better when they can just focus on doing one thing, and I don't think Dan Quinn will ever be a head coach again, just my opinion. I think his forte is defense, and he needs to stay with the defense and focus on that. And like I said, we'll see. But to me, what I'm just going to say, in my opinion, from afar, not saying it's the same old thing, but it's kind of the same old thing to me. When we look at the free agency this year, it was still a lot of low-cost deals for average players, role players. These weren't world-beater players that they went after in free agency. I think the best one they got was Keanu Neal because he can play multiple positions. He had success. Casey had success with Dan Quinn. I think that was the biggest thing, but we can't sit there and say these are world beater players. Like they're you got Keanu Neal and DeMonte Casey and Carlos Watkins, Terrell Basham, and Brent Urban. And you say those guys that you just added in free agency are going to get you over the hump and take you to the next level. You're not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. And then when we look at the core, I ain't talking about the offense. I feel like the offense is straight. And I feel like the offense, once again, is going to have to carry the team. If the team is going to have any aspirations to a Super Bowl, it's going to have to be the offense. I still don't feel like it's going to be the defense because you're still relying on draftable players that are coming this year. You don't know what that draftable player is. You're hoping. You can see that talent, but you don't know. You know what I'm saying? The core guys that you have right now on the defense, besides the DeMarcus Lawrence, and Randy Gregory, but he still hasn't played 16 games. Your linebacking core is suspect. You still have issues on your back end. I like Diggs. I think he's ascending, but you still have a lot of question marks on that defense. So once again, it's going to have to be an offensive arsenal, and Dak is going to have to play out of his mind again, just like the same things was happening with Romo, but having to play out of his mind to win games. And I feel like that's going to have to happen again because I don't know if this defense is still going to take the next step in becoming better. I think they'll be satisfied if they can get a middle-of-a-pack defense, like a 14th rank. If they can get a middle-of-a-pack defense, they want that offense to win it. So that, to me, is a deadly game because once you get in that playoffs, man, you got to have some defense. You got to have some defense that can make some stops. So they're just putting a lot of eggs in their baskets on Gallimore and Tristan Hill and, those guys stepping up. And to this, so far, it hasn't been here to here. So they're hoping. I want to get guys where one or two guys where we paid this money to you. We know what you can do. You're going to come plug in instantly and make this team better. Dallas doesn't have that, in my opinion. And so therefore it's going to have to be on the offense once again. Thank you, WV Country Boy. What you say, Wink? That would be crazy if that happened, but I could see it. It could happen because he's going to be playing that Leo position, and if he's playing that Leo position where he's just standing up and his job is just to rush the passer, then he could get more sacks because he's just going to be a one-trick type pony. Because I don't think he adds too much anywhere else except coming off that edge. For real, for real. What's that, Steve Lumpton? You coming to us next week doing your Texas road trip? I'm sure you'll be there. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. Like I said, I'm be in Texas, my hometown. Next week we'll be leaving Wednesday, and we'll be back in Texas Thursday. Make sure if I'll send a link. I'm gonna be on my guy's show, Walt Chisholm. He has this show called Best for Business. Real cool, man. I love Walt. He does Dallas Cowboys. Not Dallas Cowboys. He does Dallas Mavericks as well. He's at the games and those things of that nature. So he does a lot of Dallas Mavericks. So I'm going to be on his show Thursday night when I get there. And then Friday, Saturday, see the fam, do my thing, see the fam. And then my guy, the Ninja, Dan Lee, we're going to hook up. And then, I'm going to see my guy, Law, DDP. Hopefully I'll be able to see Boss Cowboys down there. We have already talked. And, I'm going to give a central area restaurant probably like Saturday. Where I'll be in Dallas or somewhere where it can hopefully be a central area where a lot of maybe you guys might be at if you're in Texas, and just put it out there. Come up to the restaurant or a little bar that we'll be at, and we'll see what happens. I might go to Mike Fisher's bar. Might go to Mike Fisher's bar Saturday, and if y'all are in that area, I don't know if that's Plano or not or Grand Prairie. I can't remember, but I can't remember, but. I might go to his bar, and if that's the case, if I'm at his bar, go up there and come hit me up and let's kick it. Let's have some drinks, food, all that good stuff. 024 are definitely going to be in the house. So, like I said, leaving Wednesday or early Thursday morning, and we'll be there Thursday night, doing a show Thursday night, and then Friday kicking it with fam, peoples, and then, Saturday, whatever, do a show, whatever. I'm cool, down, whatever. It don't matter. I'm down for whatever. So, if you're in the Texas area, man, let's do the damn thing. You know what I mean? Oh, my bad. My bad, dog. They don't know though. So make sure y'all. Is that the Maverick bar? I think so. I think that's his Maverick bar because I went there. Yes, Charles T. I am going to live stream during the draft because I will actually be at the draft for the first round pick. I'll be in Cleveland. It's only a couple hours away from me, so we'll be there. We're leaving early Thursday morning. Yeah, for the draft. That's the day of the draft. So we'll be going there early in the morning. So we'll be in Cleveland all day. Okay. So yes, we'll be leaving early in the morning to go to Cleveland for the draft, and I'll be live streaming that. And I think it is the Maverick Bar, and if that is the case, Saturday, I think we're gonna go to. If it is the Maverick Bar, Mike Fisher's bar, go up there Saturday and meet me up there. We'll be kicking it. I met Fish like what was that? That was like a couple of years ago when Vach and Foots and Mark and all them guys were up there. That's where I met. That's where I met Walt too, and I talked to Fish up there. But it was a nice open bar. It was pretty decent size, good food too. So yeah, I'm thinking that Saturday might be the plan. So if you want to go up there and let's all kick it, come up there and come see me. What up, David C? Yeah, 024, baby. You know what it is. Charles T, no, they're not going to get KJ right. That's over. I like Bones too. Bones has stepped up. I like I like how they did their things. Are you going to bring? Yeah, I got to get that cap. I seen you said I need to get that cap. I don't know if I got to order it, if I can get it out here in Columbus, but I'm going to get that hat. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that hat, that draft hat. I don't think it's like a super dope hat, But it's a draft habit. It's 2021, and it's another hat to add to the addition. I ain't really the Cowboy wearing all kind of 8 billion Cowboys things. I got my Cowboy stuff. I don't, you know what I mean, going, 24/7. But I definitely think I'm gonna highlight that hat though. You know what I mean? Check lids, okay, and we got a lids out here. Yeah, for sure. And also just before I also leave up out of here, I know I talked about this last year, but my guy with the Cowboys experience, his name is Barry. I call him the Godfather. He's my guy. When I first started out doing this Silver and Blue Nation thing with producer G, we went to the games and Barry hooked it up, and we had the Cowboys experience. We did a few interviews. Cheeto was one of them. But that door is going to be opening back up for us this year. So I just want to give you guys just the heads up opening that we've been talking, that we've been talking back and forth, with getting to the games this year again. And, I'll be out there helping with the offering the packages. So, no, there was no games last year as far as the attendance wasn't crazy. I know Dallas had one of the highest attendance even during the pandemic, but Texas is 100% open now. So I know they're going to make sure they're going to be having them games full capacity this season. So if you're trying to get to a game, we're gonna he's gonna talk to me. Probably I'm gonna be talking to Barry next week when I get there, because I talked to him. So we're just gonna be ironing some things out with these packages. He's gonna show me these packages when I get down there, and then when I get the full information on these packages, I'll relay them out to you guys. So, and then if you want to go to a game, then you'll talk to me, and then we'll link up to see if we can get you the best way to the game at the cheapest possible rate, because his rates are very competitive across the board with any other places that offer Cowboys packages to the games. So make sure you stay in tune with that, with the Cowboys experience for the games. If you want to go this year, I'll be doing that again. Well, I'll be doing that this year with my guy, and we'll tell you how we'll do all that tomorrow. Make sure you tune in for our members meeting tomorrow. We know how we do. We get live. We get crunk up in there. We just talk about whatever. So I'll send the link out too. The Ninja jumped in there last time. T Smooth TV jumped in there. It was great with the live feed. So I send the link in there so you can jump in there. And also, if you don't want to jump in there, if you're a member and you don't want to know, and you want to jump in, you want to talk, but you don't want people to see your face, you can go in there and just tap audio. You don't have to do video. You can just tap audio where we just see your name and we can just hear your voice, and you can just be in there talking. It's cool. We don't have to look at you. It's just the same thing here, but you'd actually have the voice inside there. So I want to get it to where it's more people like interactive that way too, because I think this thing is fun. But I have a really good time with the members meeting. I think it's been very productive, and we're doing our contest on the 26th. That's a Monday, where we're doing our giveaways, and I'm excited for that. And, packages are getting ready to get available for the Cowboys experience games. And we'll be down for the draft Thursday on the 29th. We will be at training camp because I seen California is talking about opening up California 100% by June 15th. So if they saying that, that means Jerry Jones is going to be in California. That's a fact. And I think training camp will be packed since they missed it last year in Cali. All them Cali fans going to be back there kicking it, so it'll be a good time. So we'll be there at training camp too. Yeah, I doubt it. Huh? That's why we're going to get there early. Yeah, well, you're going to have to get the shot because you're going to Hawaii, dude. Really? I don't know about that. Nah, see, I already checked that wink with the Hawaii thing. They said, well, number one, I always thought I had to get a new ID, but I don't. I have to get a new ID eventually. But with the shot, I don't know. They weren't, because they were saying it's in the U.S., so they weren't saying that you need to take the shot before you swabbing you on the mainlands. Well, I mean, okay. I mean, that would make more sense. Like, I don't think like for you to fly, why would you get COVID shot? That don't make no sense. But if they're just gonna swab you, I mean that. But here's the thing: they swab your ass and you got COVID. You screwed. I need to get that anyway because I want to. You got to get 2 of them because with the draft, they are letting people like when you can get right there up on the stage. If you got COVID shots, they let you get close. If you don't, you just have to be a little bit farther away. I know. I've been trying to, but they just don't have the COVID shots out there like that. Yeah, people are reacting to it. So I don't even think I'm gonna be able to, but I don't care. I haven't never been to a draft yet. I've never been to a draft. I was supposed to go last year when it was that Vegas. Was that Vegas last year? It was Vegas last year. I was supposed to go last year. Like me and my boy Brandon Tucker were supposed to hook up. It didn't happen. So I was like, because I was going to do the draft show with Boss and Skywalker. And shout outs to both of them. I hope they kill that draft show. Shout out to both those guys. Hope they kill it. But I really just honestly, I've never been to the draft. And it's always been a dream of mine to go. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, shit, it's in Cleveland. How many times is it ever going to be somewhere where it's right near me? I'm going to take the opportunity because you never know. You know what I'm saying? You'll know these days aren't promised to us in life. You feel me? So I want to say I went to the NFL draft. I just want to be able to say that. So this is my time. You already vaccinated, KMT? What up, Vondell? Did you get both of them, KMT? You got both of them? The Pfizer? Did your body do good? I hear you, OG. I got you. But yeah, I got to hit you up because we about to meet up, big dog. See, I want to. You're a teacher? Bro, you like 19. What you teaching? I know he's smart. I'm like, damn, you a teacher already? The hell you teaching, KMT? You are a substitute teacher, bro, and you're like 19. You a beast. And make sure when you get all that stuff right, you start doing my damn taxes. You're gonna be doing my taxes and all that stuff. You got a lot of stuff going for you, bro. Vondell said I had to go get for your job for John Hopkins. Yeah. What do you do at John Hopkins, Vondell? Damn. I would say so. That is fantastic for substituting you damn 19. I ain't even 20. Shit. What you do at John Hopkins, Vondell? You a doctor? What you doing over there? Respiratory therapist. Ooh, that's dope. That's nice. Oh, you 20. You still young. You still a young buck, dude. You said it like you was old. I'm 20. You still a young whippersnapper. What up, Honcho? Yeah. Wink said he's the cool sub. Let the kids talk on their phones all period. What's up, Thomas Grant? I feel you, the ninja. When I was 19, I don't know. Because when I was 20, I was flying with the airlines and I was making like over $20 an hour. So I can't complain when I was 20. Hey ho, I was flying them airlines at 2021. Hey ho. Yeah, man. That was some of the best in the world. Traveling the world is nothing like it. Traveling the world is nothing like it. And you get lucky when you're, like I said, your parents are in the military. You got lucky with that going overseas because my dad he stayed overseas. My dad never liked staying. I don't know if he liked it, but he was always getting stationed overseas. He liked the other countries, and so I wanted to just go experience it. So I did, and then when I just flew with the airlines, then I couldn't take international trips all the time because all the old heads always had those flights booked up. So that's all they did. We had old people been worked at the airlines 20 years. Only flight they did was a Hawaii trip. Every month they just do like 4 Hawaii trips to be good. So you couldn't really do international trips. But I did get one international trip when I went to Paris, France, and I stayed there for like 2 days. And I went to Jamaica a couple times, but I ain't consider that international. I went to Jamaica a couple times, and then I just went to every state I could. I told y'all I went to all the hoods. Wherever I went and landed, I went to all the hoods. So that's when I flew. I had never been to New York, so that was my first trip. I had never been to California. My very very first trip flying. I had never been to California, and that's when Pac and Biggie and all them. That's when I was on it. So when I did my first trip to California, I fell in love with Cali. I see why everybody loved Cali. Like Cali is the shit. Cali is the shit, but it's just cost too much. New York, New York is fun, but I would never want to live there. Never ever would want to live in New York. And then I went to Chi-Town. I went everywhere. I went everywhere. North Dakota, South Dakota. I went spots you never think. So that was a great experience for me at a young age. Are you planning to go to a game? Not a stewardess, a flight attendant. Am I planning to go to the games? Yeah, I'm definitely going to some games. I heard that. I don't know that my guy Barry was telling me that they don't have any exciting teams that are playing home games this year. But I don't care. I just want to go to them home games because them games was fun as shit, weren't they? And that hotel we stayed in, boo. Where we staying? What was that? It's on the tip of my damn tongue. NBC Suites. It was at the NBC Suites. Yeah, man. I love going to all the hoods, man. It was like great. Like, I would go to Iowa and like, come on, man, where's the hoods in Iowa? You feel me? When I was going to Kentucky, where's the hoods in Kentucky? When I went to North Dakota, I said, where is the hood? Because there can't be no blacks. I think it's like 1%. But there was. It was dope. Why wouldn't I want to live in New York? New York is different. I'm cool on New York. I'm cool on New York. Like New York is just different. Like they just real rude in New York. They just it's the truth. They are very rude in New York. It's constant back and forth, constant. It's just constant out there. It's just too much. It's just like too fast, too much stuff going on. People rude as shit. It's just like I'm cool. Like to visit is cool as fuck. But to live, nah, I'm good. And it's very expensive to live there too. Very expensive. Can the Cowboys win the playoffs and win a Super Bowl? Um, I think they can win some playoffs games, but I don't know about no Super Bowl. Not hating, I just don't think this is a Super Bowl team this year. They'd have to have a lot of luck, no injuries, and like I said, team going to have to play out their mind. For real. Oh, I've been to Macon, Georgia, big dog. One of my mother's friends lived in Macon, Georgia. I haven't been to Macon, Georgia since damn, I was young as shit when I was in Macon, Georgia. Macon, Georgia was so fun because it was so south. It was so south. Damn, when was I in Macon? I was in Macon, Georgia when I was like 12, maybe 13. I went there for like 3 or 4 weeks with my mom. Man, I had a great time in Macon, Georgia. Great time. I got mad love for Macon, Georgia, for sure. Y'all, California's the shit. Yeah, for sure. That's gonna happen, KMT. Yes, Honcho. You already know you out there. But when we was in Cali, babe, when we went to the beach and we did our last video there, man, Cali was the shit the last time we visited. We went to what part of the beach we go? I can't remember. Cali is the shit. Cali is just beautiful, man. With the palm trees, it was so man, I can't wait. I'm going back to Cali. 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 I'm going back to man, that I love our Cali trips. Them Cali trips are the best. They're the best. So we're definitely going back to California this year. And the sunshine, the people are just cool and laid back and they chill. You know what I'm saying? They chill. It's like I said, it's so different from New York to Cali, the spectrum. They just chill, they nice, they cool, they laid back. New York, they like just arrogant. Who are you? I'm a New Yorker. Get out of my way. That's how they act. Sacktown, baby. I went to Sacktown my first flight. I can't remember exactly. I can't remember exactly where in Sacramento I went. But I remember because whenever we could fly, they would give us. We stayed in hotels for free. Whenever wherever hotel we laid over, we stayed for free. And if you wanted to rent cars and shit, you only had to pay like $10 a day, $15 a day. They gave you the killer discount. I miss flying with the airlines. That was a damn good money job. Made over like $20 an hour in the early 90s. Beginning of the 90s was making over $20 an hour in the beginning of the 90s. And I was getting $1.50 every hour I was away from home. So whether I worked or not. So you always would go downstairs and try to get those long trips. So you get a 4 or 5 day trip, you got to think that's $1.50 an hour every hour you're on that trip. So that's a 5 day trip, $1.50 an hour. That's a per diem check. You got that per diem check once a month besides your 2-week paycheck. So when you rack up on those flights, those long trips, the 2-3 day trips, your per diem check was going to be ridiculous. And then, of course, you can fly for free. And if you want to fly first class, all you have to do is wear a tie. If you wore a tie, they'll let you fly first class free. Most times you'd have to fly coach, you know what I'm saying? But it's still free. And they would break up the days like 2 days off, 2 on, 5 days off, or whole straight 10 days. Like you had different days where you could pick and all that good stuff. So, bruh, I was making some bank back then. And I was kicking it. And I'll meet people on flights, talk to people on flights and be like, hey, the ladies. I just keep it real, the ladies. I was all on it. Once I got that job and I seen all them ladies, I said, man, I love this job. Like, I love this job. And I just, hey, what's up? Think I come see? I live over here. It don't matter. I can come over there. I catch that next flight. For real. Yeah, I need to go to Arizona. I went to Arizona just one time, but I want to go to Arizona. My homeboy lives in Arizona. He lives in Tucson, so I need to make a trip out there too, boo. He lives in Tucson. And we need to go to Florida because my homeboy just moved out to Florida. He bought a big house out there. So we could go a lot of places. Just, you got kids and everything, can't do all that. But I'm going to get off here, y'all. It was a great day, great time, great talking to y'all, man. I haven't been live here in a week. Been a long time, huh? Been a long time. So we're going to make sure, like I said, members meeting Monday. Oh, I was supposed to do this one last thing. I don't know if you want to check it out. You can if you like. But I had an interview I was going to do last week, but I wanted to do the video. It was this lady named Renee Washington. She's a reporter for ESPN and Fox Sports. She does Fox Sports football, the Ivy League, ESPN. She does MSL, MLS. I don't know what Major League Soccer, MLS. She does MLS, Major League Soccer. She does Mystics, Washington Mystics basketball. She does Washington Wizards basketball. She does it all, man. And she super cool, down to earth. And I had talked to her back and forth, and was going to have her on the show last Thursday, but she could only come in and do an audio because she was behind. And I was like, nah, man, I want to do video. We got to do video. So I rescheduled that for Tuesday. So if you want to check that out, I think it'd be a really good interview just about, women in sports. Her obstacles. She is a African American or black woman. So I was going to talk about, the obstacles that she may face, or just, because there's a lot more women in sports now. So I just want to see from their side, and shout out to them, man. I got 8 members that are women. Shout out to you ladies, man. Shout out to the ladies in the building. It's a men dominated sport. You feel me? But the ladies are starting, really stepping their game up as far as everything. So I really appreciate having 8 members, that are ladies. I appreciate that. That's dope. Showing that, ladies know sports too. But I think that's going to be a really good interview, man, to really see some stuff behind, from her perspective. And see what she does with the ESPN and all that good stuff. But that's going to be this Tuesday from 8:30 to 9, I believe. So if you want to check that interview out, you can. I got a surprise interview that I'm not going to say yet, but it's in the works. I'm just got to lock down times again. But y'all know how I do. You know how we do. You know how we get down. Going to keep on bringing the interviews, the Cowboys, all that good stuff. And let's keep on grinding, man, and keep on doing the damn thing. You feel me? Appreciate you, Steve Lumpton. I just want to be versatile in what I do. I don't want to just be pigeonholed and say, hey, I'm just getting Dallas Cowboy players and that's it. If y'all really stay with this channel, I told y'all I'm branching out and going to be doing another channel. It's just I'm working a lot from my other job. I drive an hour to, not crying the blues, but I'm just saying I drive an hour to work up, an hour to work back. You feel me? It's crazy. So it just really, I don't have a lot of time to do some of the things I want, but this second channel that I am putting together is going to show another side to where it's not all Dallas Cowboys players, because I have a lot of people that I know outside of Dallas Cowboys football that played in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? That played, high college level sports, have played in the NFL, tennis, golf. I have people who I know in all facets of sports. And I want to kind of branch off and do that too, because I don't want to just be talking that Cowboys interviews all the time. I want to do some other stuff. So that's why this other channel is going to be created as well. So I got a lot of stuff lined up for that, but it's just taking time to build it and put it together, because it's just not that easy to do. But it's going to be all athletes. It's going to be all things. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to not just be, oh, we're talking about Dallas Cowboys football. We're going to be talking about all things, and what, player, maybe he played for Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying? Maybe play, you know what I mean? So this is where we're going to start, with the Renee Washington, eventually just going to have this dual channel to where it's going to be all athletes, to where I can be kind of like an interview channel where I'm talking and just interviewing, because I really love to interview people. I think that's one of the things it excites me. I really love just to interview people. So I really want to make that grow. So I'm just going to keep on trying to build that, get the background and how I want to put it together. Because like I said, it's not easy. But please, when that door does open for me and I do go that route, please support it, because I think it'll be really good, because you're just not going to see Dallas Cowboys players. You're going to see everything. You're going to see all perspectives, all lives, all things. And that's what I want to do. And it's going to be a real live show. It's going to be real. It's going to be real as shit. It's going to be super real. And that's why I think you're going to like it. So be patient. It's coming. It's just, I just got a whole bunch of other things going on, but I think I'm really excited about that project. I'm very, very excited about that project, because you're going to see another side of me that you may not seen, and I think you'll like it. You'll see, you know what I mean? And I think you'll like it. I really do. Hey, I feel you. You feel me? So, make sure y'all just please support that. I think you guys are really going to like it. I think I'm very excited about this new channel and the new project that I'm going to be doing. It's just taking time, man. It's just I don't want something like that to be just, oh, I'll put it together and we doing. I don't want to half-ass that shit. I want it to be nice, and I want y'all to tune in because these interviews are going to be really dope. We're going to really jump into some things that, tap everything. You feel me? Like, I'm telling you, it's going to be dope, y'all. Just trust and believe this one. It's going to be dope. But I'm about to get up off of here, man. I really appreciate you guys rolling with me, rocking with me, the subs, the members, everybody. I just appreciate all you guys, man. You guys are great. This is always a great talk when you people in the building jumping in here. It's just I'm always grateful and respectful of it. Like I said, when you turn on your channel, people don't gotta listen to you. People can look at you like, man, bye. But the fact that people stay in here and listen and support is dope. So let's just keep on making this thing great, y'all. And I love all the support, man. So Silver and Blue Nation, Big Game James, I'm out. And let's ride out to some old Kid Columbus, man, because that's my son. He's doing this thing, and go out there and support it. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get this link from the Apple and Spotify so you can check out. He's got an album out, I believe, and I definitely think you'll like it. So go check that out. Support Kid Columbus. I'm going to try to post that link this week so you'll be able to hear it. And if you'd like to download it, go ahead and do it. And if you'd like to support him, please do. I definitely think it'll be worth your time. He's got a lot of good music. So I'm going to ride out with that. And salutes, Big Game James. I'm out. Peace. Kid Columbus in the building. I'm out.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Click like Power Boys. Make you say Wild Boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Big game, first name James. He interviewed, he called the games. Silver Blue, you know the name. From the Emmitt Smith to the Michael Irv. We beating skins, shooting birds. I see a bank and snatch it out his fur. Favorite team on the planet Earth. From Monday night to Sunday church. DJ putting in the work. I'm tuning in, no need to search. Through thick and thin and good and worse. Them Cowboys, click like Power Boys. Make you say Wild Boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the goddamn, they did it again. How about them Cowboys? Click like Power Boys. Make you say Wild Boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that silver and blue done did it again. Cowboys, click like Power Boys. Make you say Wild Boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the goddamn, they did it again. How about them Cowboys? Click like Power Boys. Make you say Wild Boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that silver and blue.